Did your check engine light come on out of nowhere? Or maybe your car's acting strange after a repair? Resetting your car's computer might just solve the problem without a trip to the mechanic. But not all resets are created equal, and doing it wrong can cause more trouble. In this video, I'm revealing the 11 most powerful reset tricks that mechanics hope you never find. These tricks can save you thousands in repairs, and most of them take then 60 seconds to perform. Stick until the end because the final trick can wipe out every warning light on your dash and make your car feel brand new again. Let's get started. Trick number 11, disconnecting the battery. Battery disconnection is one of the most effective ways to reset your car computer. Start by turning off the ignition, remove the positive battery cable, and then remove the negative battery cable. Wait at least 15 to 30 minutes to let all electrical charge drain out of the system. This method basically forces the ECU to forget everything, like error codes, learned idle, and fuel trims. Some people even hit the brake pedal or flash the headlights during this time to speed up power drainage. Use this method when your car acts funky after sensor replacements or you want a clean slate. But remember, your car might idle rough or shift strangely afterward while it relearns. However, this trick also wipes out your radio presets, clock, and trip meter, so be prepared to re-enter those. Trick number 10, pulling the ECU fuse. Think of this as a surgical strike for your car's brain. Instead of resetting everything by removing the battery, you just pull the ECU or PCM fuse. This isolates the engine computer while leaving the rest of the vehicle's electronics untouched. Start by checking the fuse box diagram to find the right fuse. Pull it out and wait for about 15 to 20 minutes. Then reinsert it. This will reset the engine control module and force it to clear memory and relearn engine performance parameters. It is especially useful if you've just done a throttle body cleaning, tune-up, or sensor swap and want to reset just the ECU without erasing radio presets or power seat memory. Just be careful when handling fuses. Always consult your owner's manual to find the correct one. Number 9, gas pedal trick. Modern cars use electronic throttle control, meaning there's no direct cable between the pedal and the throttle body. It's all computer controlled. When the throttle body or sensors are cleaned or replaced, the ECU may get confused and send incorrect signals, which may lead to poor acceleration or hesitation. In such case, gas pedal trick can help to reset or recalibrate the throttle position sensor. To do it, turn the ignition key to the on position and slowly push the gas pedal to the floor. Hold it there for about 15 seconds and then release. Wait a few seconds, turn off the ignition, and start the car after a minute. Some vehicles even require repeating this process twice. This trick is especially helpful after cleaning a dirty throttle body or if you're experiencing delayed throttle response, jerky acceleration, or idle fluctuations. Trick number 8, OBD2 scanner reset. If you want a cleaner, safer reset, this is it. Using a simple OBD2 scanner is one of the most reliable and versatile ways to reset your car's systems. Just plug it into the diagnostic port under the dashboard, turn the key to the on position, and let the device do the magic. A good scanner will show you real-time trouble codes, let you clear them, and some even offer full ECU resets. This method is ideal after fixing an issue that triggered the check engine light, like replacing the MAF sensor or O2 sensor. Unlike disconnecting the battery, this won't affect your car's clock or radio, and there's less risk of setting off airbag lights or losing learned settings. It is perfect for modern cars with sensitive electronic systems, and trust me, it saves you tons of guesswork. Trick number 7, idle relearn method to fix that rough idle without guessing. After disconnecting the battery or cleaning the throttle body, your car might start idling erratically like a confused robot, stumbling or even stalling. That's because the ECU has lost its memory of the correct idle settings. One solution? Perform an idle relearn. Start the engine without touching the gas pedal and make sure the AC and radio are off. Let your engine idle in park or neutral for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then turn it off, wait a minute, and restart. Some vehicles require a specific combo of actions, like holding the RPMs at a certain range or toggling the ignition. So check your manual for details. It's a simple trick that makes a big difference, especially after replacing parts like the throttle position sensor or IAC valve. Now let's explore the most comprehensive method that's widely favored. Number 6. Drive cycle reset, the long game reset. This isn't a quick reset, but it's the most complete one. After clearing codes or changing emissions components, your car won't run tests on systems like the catalytic converter, evap, or O2 sensors until you complete a drive cycle. That's a specific sequence of driving that lets the ECU verify all systems are working. Typically, it involves letting the engine idle from a cold start, driving at city speeds, coasting, accelerating to highway speeds, and then cruising before idling again. This may take 1 to 3 days of normal driving, or more if you miss a step. It might sound boring, but necessary for a full system reset. For best results, look up your vehicle's specific drive cycle online or consult the repair manual. Number 5. Turn signal and brake trick. Certain vehicles, especially older Ford, Chevy, and GM models, allow you to reset minor dashboard warnings using a special sequence of manual inputs. For example, turning the ignition to the on position and pressing the brake pedal several times while flipping the turn signal lever can reset an ABS or traction control warning. These sequences are highly model-specific, but they're useful if you don't have a scan tool and just want to check whether a warning light was triggered by a temporary glitch. They're also occasionally used after replacing brake components like wheel speed sensors or cleaning brake dust off those sensors. Always consult online forums or your owner's manual to get the exact sequence. While this trick may not work on newer models with advanced modules, the next one is the simplest and most overlooked trick that can fix your illuminating check engine light instantly. Trick number 4, gas cap reset. If your check engine light comes on shortly after a fuel stop, the issue could be as minor as a loose gas cap. When the cap isn't tightly sealed, the car's evaporative emission system detects a fuel vapor leak and triggers the check engine light. To fix it, just remove the cap and retighten it until it clicks several times. Then drive as normal for a day or two. If the light was caused by the cap, the ECU will recognize the issue has been resolved and shut the light off automatically. If the light persists, you may need a new gas cap or an evap system inspection. This trick can save drivers from an unnecessary trip to the mechanic and is usually the first thing to try when the check engine light appears with no other symptoms. Trick number 2, climate control or AC reset. If your AC stops blowing cold air or the vents don't switch between floor and dash settings, your HVAC control module may be out of sync. A quick reset can fix these calibration problems. For this, turn the ignition to the on position, then press and hold both the AC and recirculation buttons at the same time for about 10 seconds. Some systems will flash or beep, then go through a cycle where vents open and close automatically. This process resets the actuator motors that control airflow direction and temperature mixing. This reset works especially well on GM, Chrysler, and some Honda models. If your AC still acts up, it could be a bad blend door actuator. But this trick is always worth trying first. Trick number 1, ECU software reflash, the factory reset. If your car's computer is beyond saving, or it's acting haunted with weird glitches and phantom codes, then it might be time for a reflash. This is basically reinstalling the ECU's factory software or updating it to a newer version. It's like giving your ECU a new brain. Reflashing is often needed after ECU corruption, serious misfires, or when installing performance parts that need new tuning. But here's the catch. It usually requires a dealer-level scan tool, a laptop, and the correct firmware file from the manufacturer. It's not something you do lightly, and doing it wrong could leave your car undrivable. But done right, it can fix stubborn drivability issues, improve mileage, and clear those persistent mystery codes that no other reset could solve. That's all for this video. Your car's computer is smarter than you think, but that doesn't mean it's flawless. Glitches happen, sensors get replaced, and sometimes you just need a fresh start. Whether you're a weekend wrench warrior or just trying to pass emissions, picking the right reset method makes all the difference. See you in the next video.